What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Ethereum today, ETH. Before we get into the charts, before we do that, we're going to talk about some things that are news-related things and things that people should be aware of whenever it comes to Ethereum. This is something that people have a problem with, but ultimately I'm going to explain why I think it's actually a good thing, but something nonetheless you should be aware of. So if that sounds good to you, hit the like button, subscribe. Let's get into this, okay? So here we are. Right now at $4,600. We're going to get to the charts in just a second. Vitalik Buterin here, you can see here on yahoo.com, they were saying that Vitalik Buterin defends Ethereum staking exit times amid industry criticism, because they have some very long exit times when it comes to staking, right? It's not always 43 days, but their remarks come as exit times stretch beyond 43 days for validators leaving staking, right? I don't think that it takes 43 days for everybody, but this I think is actually better than it is worse, right? Most cryptos, most projects that quote unquote haven't proven themselves yet, right? They need that quick exit of liquidity whenever it comes to staking. But I think the fact that Ethereum takes 43 days means that the only people who are going to be staking are people who are serious about Ethereum, who they're probably not going to unstake. They're not looking to get in and get out. It's not just trading. They've got serious investment ideals whenever it comes to Ethereum, and I think that's the kind of people you want to attract whenever you've got a very large ecosystem like this. Let's see. It's more like a soldier deciding to quit the army. Staking is about taking on a solemn duty to defend the chain. Yeah, I agree. No, I agree, and that's really, I think, at its principal value, what staking should be. What a lot of cryptos have turned staking into is this way to just get extra rewards to bring people into the network and into the community, but at the cost of devaluing their currency, right? Where this, it's not so much, I mean, you get a reward and incentive for also bringing incentive and reward to the ecosystem as well, right? But it is something that you should be aware of, right? That kind of long delay, if you're thinking about trading Ethereum, you want to get in, you want to get out of it, you want to sell by the end of the bull market, this is not the kind of stuff that you want to have affecting you, right? Impacting you. If you're in Ethereum for the long term, you're holding it for years and years, I think that's great. I think that's fine. And I guess right now, because of how much time we have left in the bull market, if you stake and then unstake it, in like a month or two, you'll probably be able to sell out by the end of the cycle. But if that's not your goal, there's nothing wrong with holding this. We know that Ethereum's going to be here next cycle. We know that it's going to be number 2 next cycle as well. If it's not number 2 next cycle, it's still going to be one of the top dogs, right, in the top ecosystem for building on. But anyways, I just wanted to talk about that real quick, because some people have an issue with that, and I actually don't think it's a bad thing. I'm with Vitalik on this. I think that that's a perfect way to describe it. It's more like a soldier deciding to quit the army. Staking is about taking on the solemn duty to defend the chain. Why can't I talk? Anyways, another thing here that Vitalik actually reposted himself is from David Krapis here, or Krapis sounds funnier. We're starting a new AI team at the Ethereum Foundation, which is awesome because AI is up and coming, you guys. AI is that big thing, that big talk in the tech world, right? Everything's tech, but whenever it comes to AI is definitely that new up and coming thing. And the fact that they're making it their mission to make Ethereum the preferred settlement and coordination layer for AIs, that's pretty good. That's good, right? They're going for, instead of just like focusing on layer 2s and stuff like that, or how to make Ethereum work without needing layer 2s, or like scalable without that. Instead of just that, they're working on AI, bringing on AIs into their ecosystem as well, which I think is good. That just helps build the narrative. Whether it adds a lot of value to Ethereum or not, I guess we'll see. But if you want to read this whole thing, you can pause it and read it here. But I'm not going to read all that. We're going to get into the analysis now. I think that it's important to do some TA and talk about where the price action is going to take us. Okay, so here we are right now at $4,627, $4,600. We've got about 3 days, 7.5 hours left in this week here. Looking like we do want to move up higher. I very much believe that we're going to move up higher. If it's not abundantly clear as to why, you can see that we've had a massive consolidation phase. Well, let me just use a straight line, because I can't draw a straight line to save my life. We've had a massive consolidation phase here for about 1.5 years, this broadening top pattern. You can call it a megaphone if you want to, but I think a megaphone is technically whenever it's broadening on both ends, where if you have a flat top here and it's just a broadening wedge, or broadening top. Whenever you break out of this, and you broke out of it, and you back test, and you back tested this line, whenever you do this kind of stuff and you're consolidating here, the likelihood that you go back down is very minimal. This kind of consolidation, think of it as like a all aboard last chance, right? All the people who want to sell, they're selling out here. All the people who want to buy, they're buying here. And if you're buying here, if you bought here and you're not selling here, if you bought here, if you bought throughout this whole time and you're not selling here, you're not going to sell once it takes off a little bit more. You've got longer term expectations in mind, right? I saw this thing. I forget what news station or what corporation said this, but they're predicting. Oh, hold on, guys. Hold on, real quick. Hey. Well, they're predicting that that was my daughter. She threw a ball at me. She thinks she's being funny. They're predicting that Ethereum will be at like what is it, $5,000 by the end of this year, 5,500. Ethereum could be as high as 5,500. I need to find this. Let's see. Let me look at this real quick. I don't want to. I don't want to waste too much time more on news. We've already talked about it. But there's people who are calling for Ethereum to be at like $5,000, $6,000 by the end of the year. You guys, Ethereum's going to be at $10,000 by the end of the year. It's going to be worth more than that by the end of the year. We're going to $8,000 potentially by the end of October. Right? Like we're going to see some immaculate growth here over the next month, let alone over the next 3 months. Okay. $4,600 right now. We've just broken out of this, right? This is all inspired by this range that we've just broken out of. We're consolidating. You think that this was fun. Wait until we're at new all-time highs. Wait until we're in price discovery. That's where the real fun always takes place. That's what there's to be excited about, I think. That's why we're focusing on that. Let's get into some short-term stuff. We'll come back out to this and we'll talk about where we're going, but I just want to see what we're doing in the short term before we get too excited. Okay, 1 hour time frame looking bullish as hell. What's the average coin in the market doing right now? Everything's green, man. Everything's green. A couple are not green, but everything looks pretty damn green today. That's good. Ethereum looking good on the 1 hour time frame here, looking like it wants to move up. If we're looking at the indicators, RSI is bullish. You've got more to go. You're absolutely going to break out of the zone. We'll see you at $4,700 or higher soon, maybe by the end of today. The stochastics look bullish, and the MACD looks bullish too. You're just about to flip green here, so good stuff. 4 hour time frame here, looking bullish as well. Finding support at these low areas, looking like you want to get into the overbought zone. Stochastics look like they want to get overbought as well, and the MACD is scooping the zero. Bullish on all cylinders, you guys. You look phenomenal. You look absolutely fantastic. If we're looking at this here from a relative low to a relative high, you bounced a little double bottom off the golden ratio. Look at this. Look at this maneuvering here, man. Golden ratio support, 236, 382 support. You're going. Undoubtedly, in my mind, in my opinion, my most humble of opinions, you are going actually well above $4,700. You should be seeing $4,800 to $5,000 probably by the end. I mean, if not by the end of this week, man. Let's see. What would that trajectory give you? That would be by the 21st. Yeah, by the end of this week. By the end of this week, man, you'll be at $4,800. You mark my words, guys. We'll be pressing $5,000 by the end of this week. Maybe we're above it. We're probably going to be just below it, but something around $4,900 by the end of this week is happening, right? We've got 3 days and 7 hours, 15 minutes left in this week here. Daily time frame, looking at this, bouncing off the 50, bullish RSI overall, bullish stochastics overall. MACD looks great, bouncing off the zero, building bullish momentum here. Yeah, undoubtedly we're going higher, guys. Absolutely, you look fantastic. I don't know. This is a kind of odd consolidation range. It looks kind of ugly, but nonetheless, it is consolidation. We're just consolidating here, and we're going to move up. We're going to be moving up. Maybe it's a horizontal channel with some blemishes to the upside and downside. If we're looking at this on the weekly time frame now to just get a proper understanding of where we're going, why we're going, right? First off, we broke out of this massive consolidation phase. Second off, high to low. The target area of $8,000 comes into mind when looking at the golden ratio, the 1618 here, $8,000. You know, $5,500 might provide some resistance, but typically, and in my opinion, when you consolidate like this just above the 100 level, when you consolidate like this, you don't stop at the 1272. So I have a feeling we're going to blast right through the $5,000 levels. We're going to go all the way up to $64, $65, $69, $100, and inevitably we'll stop somewhere in that $8,000 area, probably by the end of October. I think we'll move up just like that, really, and that is the end of October, beginning of November right there. So that's the expectation, guys. And by the end of the year, we should only be higher. By the end of the year, I'm telling you guys right now, not financial advice, not a financial advisor. I could be wrong. I've been wrong about plenty of things. But I'm telling you right now, in my heart, in my soul, in my beliefs, I very much am convinced that Ethereum is going to demolish so many people's end of year cycle or end of year targets, right? Not end of cycle targets. I think the end of cycle target is going to be at like 23K. I think we're going to 23K, guys. If not 16K or higher, okay? But end of year, we're going to be at 10 to 12K. That's what's happening. We're going to be dramatically higher than where we are now. And if Ethereum's doing that, what's great about this, the reason why we focus on Ethereum so much is not because I'm planning on making a ton of money with Ethereum. It's because if Ethereum's doing well, then what's the rest of the market going to do? What are altcoins going to do? If Ethereum's doubling, the rest of the market's going to quadruple. It's going to triple at the very least, right? We're going to quadruple, quintuple, do more than that, right? A lot of growth is coming our way across the ecosystem. Ethereum is like the mama goose. All the altcoins are like the little baby ducklings or gooselings, baby geese. You get what I'm saying. We're going to fly real high. We're going to fly to new all-time highs all across the space, and it's happening now. It's literally happening right before our eyes. So hold on to your coins, hold on to your hats, ladies and gentlemen. Things are about to get real smooth to the upside, and if you're a bear, well, condolences are in order, I suppose. I've got nothing else for you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this. I'll see you on the next one, okay? Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.